Hello everyone, this is Sage and welcome to the Executive Corner Expert Talks by Kalkine TV. Today's special guest is Mr. Taj Tarsha, the co-founder of Smilecoin, the first ever DeFi gaming portfolio and payment infrastructure on Algorand. And today's expert will share insights on helming the ship for Smilecoin, the DeFi app transforming the legacy gaming industry on Algorand. And we bring to you the industry leaders, successful business owners, all under the one roof to help you discover the insights of the stock markets. And today we've been very lucky to share some space with Mr. Taj Tarsha, the co-founder of Smilecoin. Welcome to the show, Taj.
Hey, Sage. Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you. And so let's get started. Earn as you play crypto games are trending in countries like North and South America. And El Salvador recently announced that they will build their national crypto on Algorand's blockchain. Smilecoin has chosen to make the switch from Ethereum to Algorand recently. Can you share with us the reasoning behind this?
Yeah, definitely. So we started our project and minted our smart contracts and did all our tokenomics on Ethereum, and pretty quickly learned that we would need to migrate to a third generation layer one protocol. And so we did our homework. We looked at the Cardanos, the Polkadots, the Solanas of the world, and obviously Algorand, and pretty quickly learned just doing some testing on their testnet and ultimately their mainnet that, you know, the nominal transaction fees and the high throughput that their solution enables really was right for our business. And so ultimately we made that decision to migrate over. And obviously, you know, folks who are familiar and transact on Ethereum now more than ever see you know, the issues the network's having with just extremely high gas fees, et cetera. And so, you know, Algorand is clearly the leader in the space for green protocols that are also extremely fast and cheap to transact on and ultimately run a business.
Fantastic. Sounds like a brilliant plan moving forward. So congratulations as well. I believe you have recently gained some funding from Algorand. So a very exciting time to connect with you. Smilecoin has advanced on existing network offerings, allowing for more transparency and performance, decentralized networks and financing, which you've just touched on. Could you please explain further what the real-world applications of Smilecoin tokens for gaming users are? Do they offer more than just theoretical utility?
Yeah, so, you know, just to give you a little bit of context and your viewers about my background. So I've been working on the web development side of things for the past decade. And for the past 5 or 7 years, I've been working specifically in the gaming space and, you know, having launched startups in gaming, you know, we became very familiar with legacy systems and obviously the issues and the problems there. And so, you know, on the business side of things, from a payment infrastructure standpoint, there's obviously a lot of difficulty working with the PayPals and the Stripes of the world, especially as, you know, smaller businesses in a niche market. And, you know, on the user side, right, you know, for folks who have used prediction platforms, fantasy sports apps, et cetera, it's pretty clear that there's just a lot of hurdles to deposit, withdraw, have transparency and ownership over your data. And so that was really the impetus of why we launched Smilecoin. And what Smilecoin is really a network of gaming companies and, you know, both on-chain and off-chain. And from a business standpoint, really what we're doing is offering a payment solution for our network partners to essentially transact in Smilecoin. And then ultimately, from a user experience standpoint, we have created this DeFi gaming portfolio that allows users to, you know, view a transparent ledger of all of their gaming activities, optimize their performance, take advantage of DeFi as far as staking and yield, et cetera. So that's a little bit of, you know, what we're doing from a solution standpoint with Smilecoin on the blockchain.
Great, thank you so much for sharing your insights there and shedding a bit of light on what's a fairly new and emerging technology. So how do you see Smilecoin enabling businesses such as large enterprise gaming companies to take advantage of the cost effectiveness, scale and efficiency of the blockchain?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, we're seeing a lot of interest in onboarding quite a few network partners in the mid-market kind of to enterprise range. And, a lot of companies who are non-native to the blockchain, right? They see the opportunity to, transact and to fund their business with cryptocurrency and enable ways for their user base to take advantage of DeFi, earn rewards, staking, etc. But they either don't have the resources or the knowledge to really take their business on chain. And so what we're offering is those development resources via our network and also professional services to enable these enterprise level gaming companies who are off chain to bring a piece of their business on chain and become part of the Algorand ecosystem ultimately. So we're definitely seeing a increasing appetite from those types of businesses in the gaming space, and we expect this to continue to grow as cryptocurrency at Broad continues to scale, and we see these DeFi protocols like Algorand reach mass market.
Great. But we watch this space, a very exciting time, as I said before, to connect with you. And I've got friends who actually interact with the online gaming slot machines and things like that, and they do make some huge winnings, but you really do have to read the fine print in regards to getting those winnings transferred over to you. So I wonder how your applications will assist that process as well. And moving on now, Smilecoin will be launching its D-app, or decentralized application, on Algorand's blockchain in the fourth quarter. Can you tell us a little bit about how the app works and what benefits users will expect to see?
Yeah, so the dApp that we're launching, as you mentioned, in Q4 will essentially function, as I mentioned, as a DeFi gaming portfolio. So users can log into the app, they can basically view a dashboard, by hour, by day, by week, by month of their performance across all the games within the network. And so they have a transparent view of that. Everything's on chain, so there is an immutable ledger where they can see literally every single, contest or bet they placed, the balance of their accounts. And then we're going to be giving those folks tools and tips with AI, essentially to enable folks to optimize their performance, so they'll have a clear understanding of at what hour of which day of what game do I have the greatest chance of winning, essentially. And so that's going to be the majority of the app experience. And then we've got, similar to, most DeFi applications, there's a Smilecoin wallet that's integrated with Algorand, and folks can essentially earn yield up to 20% APY, staking Smilecoin. And also we're gamifying the experience to where we're pooling all of our network gaming partners and saying, if you play X number of games in X number of days, or for this many days in a row, regardless of whether you win or lose, you get, a bonus in Smilecoin, as an example. And then the last piece is we're also offering first-party blockchain games. So on the app, there's going to be some fun casino-style games. There's going to be slots, Keno, a lottery, etc. So there's going to be those first-party blockchain games integrated within the dApp. But again, the core of the experience is going to be that DeFi gaming portfolio and the value that the network brings.
Great. Well, sounds like a lot of work ahead of you, but still exciting all the same. So fantasy sports and sports gambling also had a massive surge during the pandemic lockdowns. Can you talk us through some of the gaming and casino-style platforms that will be available through Smilecoin, please?
Yeah, so one of our first network partners that we've onboarded is a prediction platform called Grin Gaming. And that's a really neat product. It's web-based. It's actually not native blockchain, where you can make simple predictions like what will the weather be in an hour, or, will Tom Brady score a passing touchdown this play? So that's a really exciting one. The other partners that we're onboarding are Block Sports, BLOK Sports. Check them out. They're more of a traditional sports book for esports. And then we've got Esports One. They're an esports app, but they're a fantasy product, daily fantasy. And then the other partner that we're onboarding soon here is Champions Round, and they're in the sports space as well, more traditional, basketball, soccer, football. And so they've got a fantasy sports product as well, and they'll all be integrating Smilecoin in Q4, which we're excited about.
Great. Well, I mean, this is Web 2 and 3 kind of being melded together in some way. That's what I'm noticing from what you're saying. And thanks again for sharing your insights. We're kind of getting to the end of the discussion now. Just before we wind up, how can the crypto curious buy and swap Smilecoin, please, Taj?
Yeah, so folks can purchase Smile on a centralized exchange, MXC. And so if you go to mxc.com and search Smilecoin, you can find our exchange listing there. Also, definitely visit us at smilecoin.us. It's our website. It's got a lot of information. We've got a growing community on Telegram, Discord, Twitter. And so you can follow us there, but hope folks check it out and get involved at this early stage.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Kalkine TV's Expert Talks today, Taj. It was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thanks so much, Sage. Appreciate it.
Cheers. And viewers, if you've just joined us, we just had a very interesting discussion with Mr. Taj Tarsha, the co-founder of Smilecoin, and the full recorded interview will be available from the YouTube channel Kalkine Media in the next couple of hours later today. And thanks for your time, viewers. Stay tuned for more live updates as we say, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.